Hello and greetings, everybody. I want to welcome you all here to the Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show. This is a show that is mostly dedicated to progressive rock, and we're going to stick with that one today since we are doing the end of the month Prog Roundup. Now, this was supposed to come out a week ago from today on Saturday, but I, for some reason, got it in my head that this Saturday was the last day of the month when it's actually the first day of November. But we're going to do it this way anyway. So this will be a roundup of October's prog music. I've picked 5 albums that I wanted to talk about that came out in the month of October. So I always have different sources for finding these albums too. This one mostly came from one particular source, which is called the New Prog Released Albums. I did take most of my information from that and listen to the bands primarily from there. So the first album that we're going to talk about is by a band called Ping. The album is called Songs from the Nebula. This has 11 tracks on it. It's about 48, almost 49 minutes in length. Released October the 24th on the Apollon Records label. They're a Norwegian band. Lots of other odd sounds on this album. Listen to it its entirety. I didn't do that with all of the albums that we're doing today, but this one I did. It's got a kind of a multi-instrumental with lots of musicians contributing to this album as well. I don't know how many there was, probably 15 or 20 anyways, and each one of them playing a different instrument, so you've got a lot of different instrumentation on this album. I think the vocals are a little bit odd, and they're different on a lot of the tracks. They're not always the same, and that makes it a little bit unusual of itself. A couple of tracks, there was one track in particular had a bit of a country feel to the album, although I wouldn't call it a country. Is there such a thing as progressive country? Does that make any sense? Not to me, it doesn't. There are some spacey kind of tracks as well. So the album has a bit of a blend of a lot of different stuff going on. It was compared a lot to Frank Zappa as being an influence to it, and I can kind of hear that when you listen to it. So if you like Frank Zappa, you're probably going to like this. It's the quirkiness about it, I think, that makes it a strong album, and that sound being predominant in it. The next band up is called Phaeton. The album is Neurogenesis is the name of the album. They are a prog metal band primarily from Canada, and I think they were from the Vancouver area as well. Very fast-paced, complex sounds. The guitar-dominated track, very heavy at times. Kind of choppy metal-like guitar riffs, so not like a heavy, like when you get with metal where you'll get one guitar constantly playing and the other guy doing solos and stuff like that in the front, so there's just a continuous noise. This is a little bit more choppy than that. There are some space fills throughout it, and there's no vocals on this album. It's entirely an instrumental. I think it's the only one of that type that I chose today. It's, of course, it was released October the 24th, 7 tracks in total, almost 40 minutes in length, 39 and a bit. It's on the INB music label. So yes, Canadian band. I had to have at least one Canadian band in there, right? The next band out, or the next album out if you prefer, is National Diet. The album is called The King in Yellow. This is a USA album, USA prog if you prefer. Released October the 21st. 8 tracks in total. I didn't get the length of the album. They didn't give it to me, and I was going to add it up and realized at one point that I didn't do that. So anyways, this is a piano-dominated album. I think that's the main instrument here. It's melodic, definitely prog rock. The vocals are symphonic, kind of a mid-range sound to them, not too high, not too low, just a normal sound, nothing outstandingly obvious that's different here. It's pretty mundane sounding vocal part. The tracks are for the most part on the short side, although there are a couple lengthy tracks. I think there was one that was 7 minutes, another one that was 10 minutes in length. Does have a fair bit of synthesizer and synthesizer sounds on it as well. The final track is kind of a quiet, dark sound, sad song I would call it, really. Some up-tempo bits throughout with a guitar domination as well. Melodic at times with some acoustic guitar bits in this particular track as well. So a pretty good album. I think of the ones that I did today or for the end of the Prog one, I think this is the one that I kind of am leaning towards liking the most. Next up is Egor Lappo, sorry. The album is called Skyline. This is a Russian artist. Released October the 10th, 25. There are 10 tracks. Again, no length of the album. I'm guessing I'd say it's probably over 60 minutes. It's got a kind of a prog metal complexion to it, with a lot of guitar solos. The vocals are clear, and a little bit on the high sound side, but dominant as well. He does have other backing vocals throughout the song, throughout the album as well. I would call this a bit of a fast pace. It's kind of at times there are some poppier songs here, even though it's kind of a metal sound. At times it does range into that poppy sound, especially when he's looking to gain a little bit of that catchy, riffy sound that, pop music is known for. A little bit of piano, a little bit of keyboards, very symphonic throughout the album as well. Yeah, it was a decent album. Kind of like this one a bit too. The last one I'm going to talk about for today is called Ergot, the Ergot Project. Sorry, a little tongue-tied there. The album is called A Family Secret. This is an Italian progressive rock band. Released October the 10th. 10 tracks, about 46, almost 47 minutes in length on the AMS record label. This is a concept album based on the story of Billy McMillan, a U.S., I guess he was kind of a schizophrenic. That's my interpretation of it. This is a primarily prog album, but with a fair bit of electronic stuff going on as well. Heavy on the drums at times. Vocals are melodic, but again, down the middle of the road. Nothing outstandingly catchy on any of it, but not bad at all. And quite a bit of supporting vocals throughout the album as well. There is a bit of a symphonic sound to parts of the album. I think it's a pretty decent album. Probably another one of the ones I like quite a bit. So when I'm doing my What's New episodes for this month, at least two of these albums, National Diet and this last one, Ergot Project, are likely the two that I'm going to choose. But I may change my mind once I get into them a little bit more. Anyways, that's my take for the Prog Roundup for the month of October. I do apologize for its lateness. Should have actually been out last week, but it will come out today as soon as I finish recording this video. Sorry, I will upload it and you can check it out. Anyways, please like and subscribe. If you got any comments about any of these bands, you can put those in the comment section below. And we will be back at the end of November, and it will be on a Saturday in November this time, at the end of this month, and we will see you all then. Take care, have yourself a good evening, and goodbye here from the Prog Monster.